Ladies and gentlemen, friends and families, fans and followers, let's tell the story of the two thieves, right? I know we told one story before about two thieves, but this one is different one. This is the one that I announced in my reel, right? So in one time, two thieves went to a shopping center, a very big mall, at nighttime. It was nighttime, deep in the night, and it was dark. So they broke into a store. In that store, they sell clothes, right? They sell clothes. So the two thieves broke into the store and stole some clothes, a lot of clothes. And they were carrying the clothes, each other, right? And there is a graveyard, right? There is a graveyard behind the shopping center, behind the mall, and it's also called a burying ground, right? So there is a burying ground or a graveyard behind the mall. So when they stole the clothes, they run into the graveyard. They jumped over the fence and and they jumped to the graveyard, right? So now there were two guards at the graveyard gates. So those are the people, who guard the graveyard. So when they went, it was nighttime. So they jumped over the fence into the graveyard. They didn't go through the main gate. So the two guards didn't know that two people ran into the graveyard. So they were just standing there, watching over the graveyard. And the two thieves put all the clothes together, right? Because they want to share the clothes equally. So they put all the clothes together. But by the time they were running, they were jumping into, they were jumping over the fence into the graveyard. They dropped 2 pence, right? They dropped 2 pence. So now they were sharing the clothes. They put all the clothes together and were sharing. One for you, one for me. 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 Until they finished sharing the clothes. So now, one of the thieves said, okay, so what about the two that are over there? And then when one of the thieves said that what about the two that are over there, the two guards, that were standing at the main gate of the graveyard, they thought that, first of all, when they were sharing the clothes, one for you, one for me, they were wondering what's happening in the graveyard. So they thought some ghosts came into the graveyard, sharing some stuff. And then by the time one of the thieves said, what about the two over there? So the guard thought he was talking about them. So they ran away, and crossed the street. So that means they thought the ghosts that were sharing, some stuff in the graveyard, they thought they were about to share them too. One for you, one for me. So they ran away and crossed the street and called the police, right? By the time they called the police, by the time they ran away, the two thieves finished sharing their clothes and then they left out through the main gate. So by the time they called the police came and didn't see anything, So in this life, no matter what job you have the courage to handle it. That's what it is about, right? That's the message behind this story. No matter what job you have, you got to have the courage to handle it. Don't run away from it. Stay and finish it. Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Bye-bye. One for you, one for me. One for you, one for me. Goodbye.